Hello, beautiful people of the internet. So recently, like over the last 4 months, I've been on an absolute mission to just like fall in love with myself. And I don't fully know what the point of this video is, if not to be like a video diary of sorts. That's cute, I like that, like my self-love journey video diary. Obviously, I know how hard this journey can be considering I'm doing it myself right now, and I just thought like me talking about it might be kind of helpful for like other people who are also on this journey, considering, I don't know, I think everybody should be if you haven't already. And I by no means am qualified to give advice, but I can at least talk about the steps that I'm taking and like how I'm feeling, and at the very least make at least one person feel a little bit less alone. We can do this together. We'll be on this journey together. I might be about to say something that you really don't like, and that is that the people very well may have been right, because I think one of the most important steps is simply just taking better care of myself. I know. I rolled my eyes too. But it has been very helpful. It's probably the most difficult step for me personally, because like with my mental health and stuff, like it's honestly just like the basic everyday tasks and the basic self-care that is the hardest for me. Like even just getting out of bed is hard for me sometimes, so I know that it's not as easy as just doing it. It's certainly not as easy as just doing it. However, as of late, I have been consistently working out for the very first time in my entire life. If you know me, you know that that's crazy. But I will say I do think it's helping. I do. But also, working out doesn't have to be like intense workouts or doing it for like aesthetic reasons, because I think the most important part of it is just like getting your body moving. Like I think just like getting your body moving for like a portion of the day every day is what's important, not like why you're doing it or how you're doing it, you know? Like it could be like going to the gym or going for a run or like doing at-home workouts or Pilates or yoga or literally even just cranking up your music and dancing around your room like a maniac for an hour, you know what I mean? Anything that'll get you moving, at least for me personally. And then of course, just like making sure you're nourishing your body, like eating enough is super duper important, especially like eating enough protein if you're working out. Very important. But also I saw a TikTok, I don't know how true this is, I'm not a doctor, the girl who said it, probably not a doctor, I saw it on TikTok, don't quote me, but she like talked about how like getting enough protein when you're active can contribute to like your serotonin levels. So like if you're like somebody who works out or moves a lot but doesn't get a lot of protein and you're like feeling very depressed or anxious, that could be why, or part of why. But I think I've been doing really, really well with like eating actual meals, which is good. Proud of myself for that. You should be too. Not that you should be proud of me, but that you should also be eating meals. Also just drinking so much fucking water. This is water, I swear. It just has flavor drops in it because I drink a lot of plain water and that gets boring sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta spice it up, you know? So, flavored water. It's flavoring that makes it taste like sweet tea. I'm gonna be so for real with you. I have been fully brainwashing myself. Of course I have like my own affirmations that I say and that I write and just like focus on, but I also have been, while I sleep, playing like 8-hour loops of like self-confidence and self-love affirmations. Brainwashing myself. And that may sound insane, that might sound crazy, you might be skeptical, but your subconscious brain is the most susceptible, that word is hard to say, susceptible to like learning new information and just like ingraining things into your brain. So like listening to affirmations while you're sleeping is a super good way to just like get that thought in your head, you know what I mean? I don't know if you're into that, but I can link the ones that I've been listening to in the description because I personally do really think it's helping. Like affirmations myself during the day, not all day, every day. Well, every day, yes. I'm so bad at explaining. My point is, doing your own affirmations during the day, a few times during the day, and then like listening to them while you sleep is a really good way to just like pound them into your head, and I think it works. I think it's helping. It's helping me personally. Not for everyone, for sure, but it's helping me personally. And I mean, like, what do you have to lose, right? Like, there's no cons. So like if there could be a pro, and there's definitely no cons, you might as well try it, right? I said this in my like self-care mental health chit chat video, but I journal a ton. Like I think it just really helps. Like to journal about like what you're feeling, and then like journaling like affirmations and stuff like that. I've said the word affirmations so many times in this video. Take a shot every time I say the word affirmations. Don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, I don't know. I think journaling helps a lot. Every single day I write down like things that I'm grateful for, and then like things that I like about myself, because it's just like really good to focus on like the positives, like the things that are going well, and then the things you like about yourself. That just like, I don't know, it just makes me feel good, and it does really help with like the whole self-love thing, like writing down all the things that I love about myself. Never focus on the negatives. Like when you're journaling, when you're doing affirmations and stuff, none of the negative. None of that. Not helpful. Not productive. I know that's a lot easier said than done, but that, I mean like when you're focusing on things to make sure that you're focusing on positive. And that's not to say that it's bad if you have negative thoughts. Everybody has negative thoughts. Everybody has like those thoughts that sneak up in there, but that doesn't mean that you have to focus on those negative thoughts. I am a chronic overthinker, and I latch on to negative thoughts like a motherfucker. But lately what I've been doing is like, anytime I get negative thoughts or they creep up in there, I like then start listing off the things that I like and the things that I'm grateful for until it goes away. And it's helpful. I also, if I have the opportunity to, will journal in those situations, just like about what I'm feeling, to like get it out. Because like if you're focusing on it, you might as well like get it out of here and onto the paper, so then it's better. I also have been trying to spend a lot less time in makeup. I love makeup. Makeup is art, and I will never ever stop wearing makeup. Especially, like, probably even a majority of the time I'll still be wearing makeup because I love makeup. It's just like I'm passionate about it and I enjoy it. However, I think the one thing that I was like, that I've been neglecting and just like ignoring the most is like how I feel without makeup, and that's like an important part of my like a self-love journey, because like that's authentic me, like that's me raw. Bad word choice, but I couldn't think of a better one. Honestly, it's been one of the harder things, but I would like to think I'm making good progress on it. I have just been spending more time without makeup on in general, and then I also started a little series on my TikTok. I don't know if I could call it a series, but I have like a playlist of videos where I'm like just trying to make more videos without makeup on, because for a while I like refused to post unless I had makeup on, and that's just like not good for my brain or my content, to be honest, because like I'm producing less content if I'm not making content when I don't have makeup on. So I just think it's like good to be vulnerable with my audience, you know what I mean? Like just, I think that's gonna help me be more confident without makeup if I'm showing that side to the world, you know? And I also have been like just spending time in front of the mirror without makeup on, like just admiring myself and complimenting myself and affirming without makeup on, and I think it's helping, because I honestly have been feeling pretty good without makeup on this last week. So, and I mean, it does get kind of tedious like doing like the affirmations and doing all of that, but I think it's more beneficial than tedious. So again, not for everyone, but I'm just talking about my journey personally, and it feels good. It's helping. I've always struggled with confidence in like all areas of my life, and like putting a lot of thought into it recently. It's really just because I wasn't valuing myself, and I didn't think I was worthy or important, and I didn't think the things I wanted or needed were important, and I was just like never putting myself first. And so I've been really focusing on that aspect as well and trying to be better about all of that. And I've just been kind of focusing on like realizing that I am worthy and I am deserving of the things that I want, and I'm important, and the things that I want and the things that I need are important, and I just like don't have any desire to be in spaces or situations that make me feel like shit. And so I'm not going to actively put myself in those situations. I grew up super insecure and super uncomfortable and super anxious all the time, and I was miserable. I genuinely hated myself throughout my entire childhood and teen years, and my heart aches for that version of me. It really does. And I don't want to feel like that anymore. I don't think anyone should have to feel like that. I feel like no one really talks about how beautiful it is to go from feeling like that to falling in love with yourself and falling back in love with life. And that's the journey that I'm on right now. It's the mission I'm on right now, and I can feel it happening as we speak, and it feels good. It feels good. And I'm overall really proud of myself for putting myself on this path and like making these choices and making these efforts, because it's taken a long time to get to even wanting to make these choices, if that makes sense. I'm honestly never ever gonna care if I come off as conceited or self-obsessed or any of that, because like I spent so long miserable and hating myself. I deserve to love myself loudly, and I deserve to love myself out loud, and I'm gonna do that. Like, I'm gonna do that, and I do not care what other people think of that, because like I deserve that, and my inner child deserves that. And so does yours, by the way. You should love yourself out loud and not care if other people call you conceited or judge you for that, because who cares? Who cares? Personally, I feel the most me that I've felt in a long time, and it's been super interesting to like get to know myself. I think one common misconception with like self-love and confidence is if you love yourself and you're confident that you don't have insecurities and you're not insecure about anything, and that's just like not the case at all. I don't think there's a single human being in the entire world that doesn't have at least one insecurity. Not a single human being. The most confident person you know, the most confident person you can think of, has an insecurity or two. And that's fine. That doesn't mean that you don't love yourself, and that doesn't mean anything's wrong with you. Nobody's perfect. Loving yourself doesn't mean that you can't try and change the things that you're insecure about to a degree. It just means that you would love yourself regardless of whether you change that thing or not. You know? Loving yourself unconditionally doesn't mean that you have to stay the same. Loving yourself unconditionally, to me, means loving yourself enough to grow and change when you need to, and doing things that make you feel good and you happy. I don't know if any of these thoughts make any sense at all or resonate with anyone at all, but these thoughts have been 90% of my life for this year so far, and I just wanted to share them with the world, with my audience, with anyone who will listen to me, because I don't know, I'm passionate about this topic and about these thoughts, and I'm passionate about my content, so why not merge the two things together, you know what I mean? I don't know, it felt right, it felt good. And we're all about doing things that make us feel good. Again, there wasn't really like one point, one topic, one focal point to this video. I just wanted you guys to be a part of this journey, because it's the journey I'm on, and I want like sharing my life with you guys. And it felt important, so if anything, to just document it for myself, because I'm gonna want to look back on this when I'm further into this journey, and I just think that'll be really nice. But just remember, you are beautiful, and you are amazing, and you are worthy, and you are deserving. You're deserving of all the good things and all the things that you want, and you are so, so loved. I love you. I don't know you, but I love you. And you should too. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to me ramble in this video diary, and I will see you all next Monday.